Good afternoon. My name is Angie Kreider. I am grateful for this opportunity to speak to you today. I realize I am speaking to thousands of people, men, women, children, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas. But I really want to address my comments to those of you women who have had or are contemplating having an abortion, and the rest of you are free to listen in. I want you to know that I speak to you as one who has had an abortion. In fact, in the early 1990s, while married to my first husband, I had 3 abortions at a Planned Parenthood clinic in California, all within a 10-month period of time. For me, it was the easy way out. Simply put, I was selfish. For many, many years, I was able to live with my decision to abort my babies. I didn't care. I didn't hurt, nor did I suffer any remorse. I was hard and selfish and continued to live for myself. Years later, I started to drink heavily and eventually to use drugs. Before long, I realized I was an alcoholic. In 1998, I moved back home to Ohio, where I had more time to myself and was left to my own thoughts. For the first time since my abortions, I began to struggle with feelings of guilt and pain over what I had done. As time went on, these feelings began to intensify. For the next 2 years, the pain continued to grow. I felt trapped and felt a deep desire to escape my misery and to get relief from my pain. In March of 2000, the pain became so nagging that I sought out help through a local pro-life ministry. This sparked one of the most difficult times of my life as I had began to confront my past and come to terms with the fact that I had ended the lives of my children. I began to mourn the loss of my babies. The tears flowed, yet I still felt enormous guilt and sorrow. I was still empty inside. What I needed most in my life, alcohol, drugs, and sex, could never provide. No amount of these things could mask the pain that had gripped me so, nor could these things silence the voices of my little ones, whose lives I had taken. For so long I had ignored their voices, but now I was listening. The abortion industry will tell you that the procedure is quick, simple, and painless, and that what is developing inside of you is merely a blob of tissue or a mass of unwanted cells. I had been told these same lies, but this is far from the truth. And thousands of women who now live with the anguish of post-abortion syndrome will tell you a very different story as well. Women who have had abortions are not agonizing over the loss of unwanted cells, as the abortion industry would have you believe. No, our agony is real, because the babies we have aborted were real. The abortion industry is built on lies. The decision to abort your baby has life-changing consequences, not only for the baby, but for you. Abortion is the ultimate bait and switch, promising something it cannot deliver. The only thing abortion delivers is a dead baby and a very broken mother. I want you to know that I stand before you today as one who has experienced freedom from my guilt. Let me close by sharing briefly how I found this freedom. In January 2005, I sat in my church in Ohio, and the pastor began his sermon on the sacredness of human life. I wanted out of there. The reality of what I had done was more than I could bear. Somehow I managed to sit through that sermon, and I am so glad that I did. Following the pastor's message, I asked for a meeting with him. As we met, he pointed me to the love and forgiveness of Jesus Christ in the Bible. This message began to find a home in my heart and mind, And just 2 months later, on Good Friday, I surrendered my life to Jesus Christ, who has forgiven me and given me hope and new life. Today, my husband Chris and I are blessed with a tender 4-year-old daughter named Amber. I look back now and cannot believe where God has brought me from and the joy He has placed in my heart. In the Bible, Romans 8:1, God tells us, "There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. I am free, knowing that Jesus Christ has paid the penalty for my sin." I want so desperately for you to know this same freedom. And this is why I am silent no more. God bless you.